And we're back now with a Fox News alert. As fighting intensifies between Israel and Hamas in Gaza, the IDF discovering weapons and explosives that belong to Hamas inside a kindergarten classroom in Gaza, as well as Hitler's manifesto in a child's home that Hamas was using as a terrorism hub. Our Alex Hogan is live on the ground in northern Israel with more on all of this. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Anita. Republican presidential candidate Chris Christie is here meeting with Israeli leaders, touring areas, and affirming U.S. support for Israel. It is day 37 of the war. So far, in the last 24 hours, we've seen the IDF continue to push forward in northern Gaza. They say that they were able to take in 20 members of Hamas for questioning. This comes after continued forces moving in by both land, air, and, of course, by sea. Israel's president also says that forces in the last day were able to recover what they say is Hitler's manifesto, Mein Kampf, in a children's living room used by Hamas in a military base. The IDF also says that it has seized as many as 6,000 weapons, some of those lately discovered in a kindergarten. The IDF also says that Hamas is targeting civilians by having these underground tunnels underneath hospitals. Well, that is where the conditions continue to deteriorate for civilians and patients in those hospitals, including infants. The major hospital in Gaza is the Al-Shifa hospital, where they say that they are running out of fuel. Today, Israel tried to deliver as many as 80 gallons of fuel, which they say was intercepted by Hamas and not delivered. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had this to say about that.
We offered actually last night to give them enough fuel to operate the hospital, operate the incubators and so on, because we have obviously no battle with patients or with civilians at all.
Meanwhile, we are in the northern part of Israel, and today this has been the most action-packed day that we have seen since the start of the war, with 21 people just within northern Israel wounded. This has already been the deadliest conflict here on the border of Israel and Lebanon since 2006. Anita.
All right, Alex Hogan live on the ground in northern Israel. Alex, thank you, and please stay safe. Okay, so Mein Kampf was found down there. So anyway, Joey is over at the big board with a closer look at some of the weapons that were found at that Gaza kindergarten. Joey, what can you tell us about these weapons? Yeah,
we have a few pictures here of some of the weapons found. This really shows you a little bit about tactics and capabilities that Hamas has. It might give us a peek in the type of combat they anticipate. First, we see here are 100 what we call pineapple grenades. All of these are handheld grenades. You pull the pin, you throw them, and they have these little serrations on them where they break into fragmentation, all turning into dozens of bullets from each grenade. What this indicates is they're anticipating hand-to-hand close-quarters combat. These can only go as far as you can throw them unless you booby-trap them. Then they become an IED, and all of this can be an IED, an improvised device. But these are some tools found. I really want to go into this and tell you a little bit about it. So I'm going to use the ability to draw here. So what you have here is a voltmeter or an ohm meter. This is used to test either blasting caps or electric circuits, probably in IEDs or certain types of munitions. But up here is really the part I want to talk to you about. What you have here, this is a circle, and these are mils or minutes of angle, and it's to a very fine detail. And down here you have a tool that's used to set the angle of something that you're going to use to indirect fire, to lob. And so what this shows is capability of mortars or other types of indirect fire, something you want to go for a long distance, but you also see it's kind of rudimentary. It's very simple stuff. A lot of this stuff down here you get at Home Depot. It's not super sophisticated. And that could help account for some of the rocket attacks that land inside Gaza itself because they're not using sophisticated tools. And then we'll keep moving here. Now, this is a little bit fuzzy, but I'm going to explain to you what this is. And so the first thing I'm going to highlight here, and I'm going to use red, this is the color yellow, which indicates it was probably produced by Iran. What this is an RPG. This is the round that goes inside the launcher. What you have here is essentially you'll have a launch motor back here, then you'll have a flight motor in it, and then your explosives are housed in the back half here. That's your explosives. This is your warhead. The reason why that's important to note is as I clear this and move to the next one, you'll see what these motors are. And so what you see here, I can tell by the color, this bright green one and the dark green one, we have launch motors and flight motors. What that means, RPGs are capable of going up to 900 yards. So you could actually use them as indirect fire and use RPGs from a further distance away. Having the motors that are capable of that shows that might be a part of their battle plan. So all of this shows you a little bit of what they're capable of and a little bit of what they might be trying to do as far as strategy, and that helps Israel prepare for what they'll see.
Hey, Joey, so as you know, we've heard IDF say that Hamas utilizes civilian locations, specifically sensitive ones like hospitals, as this case, kindergartens, and even places of worship to hide some of their weaponry. For example, what would happen if one of these were to accidentally go off in the kindergarten classroom?
Yeah, everything I just showed you is equivalent to a hand grenade if it goes off the wrong way. If it goes off the correct way, it could take down an entire building. I mean, Timothy McVeigh took out the entire Oklahoma City building with a couple of barrels of ammonium nitrate and fuel oxidizer. A lot of munitions stored in one place that sympathetically detonate could take that whole building down, like a hospital or an apartment complex.
Wow. Joey, thank you for that very thorough explanation. Appreciate that.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.